myself Bhumi Patel, Assistant Professor at LG Institute of Engineering and Technology in the Department of Electronics and Communication. Today we will learn about the time response analysis example for the second order system in the unit number 4, the performance of the feedback control system. So first of all, we know about the different parameter that is used in the second order system. So for that we have to study in the last session, we can consider a second order system with a unit step input, and we can take all the initial conditions 0, so we can get this type of response where we can get the different parameter like MP, peak overshoot, peak time, delay time, cycling time, rise time. So using this parameter we can find the system response for this particular system. Okay, so example number 1. In this example, a feedback system is described by the following transfer function. So here the transfer function is given, the value of the g of s, that is equal to 12 upon s square plus 4s plus 16, and h of s, that is equal to a of s, where g of s is our forward path and h of s is our feedback path. Now the damping factor of this system is given 0.8. That means the value of the zeta is given. We have to determine the overshoot of the system and the value of k. Okay, so here data is given, zeta, that is equal to 0. So first of all we have to write down the transfer function, and the transfer function is nothing but the ratio of Laplace transform of the output signal to the Laplace transform of the input signal, C of s upon R of s, that is equal to g of s upon 1 plus g of s, h of s. Put the value of g of s and h of s in this equation, we can get C of s upon R of s, that is equal to 12 upon s square plus 4s plus 16 upon 1 plus 12 upon s square plus 4s plus 16 into k into s. Okay, so simplify this equation, we can get 12 upon s square plus 4 plus 16k into s plus 16. Now the next step is we can find out the actual second order system equation. So the equation will become s square plus in the bracket 4 plus 16k into s plus 16 is equal to 0. Now the next step is we have to compare this equation with our standard second order system. So the equation for the second order system is, so our standard equation is s square plus 2 zeta omega n s plus omega n square, that is equal to 0. So we have to compare the equation number 1 and 2 and find out the value of omega n. Omega n is our natural frequency. So compare equation number 1 and 2. So we can get omega n square, that is equal to 16. So omega n, that is equal to under root of 16, that is equal to 4, and the unit of the omega n is radian per second. Now next we have to compare the second term to zeta omega n s, that is equal to 4 plus 16k into s. S is cancel out, so we can get 2 into the value of the zeta is given and it is 0.8. So 2 into 0.8 into 4, that is equal to 4 plus 16k. So we have to simplify this equation and we can get the value of k. So k is equal to 0.15. Now next we have to find out the value of overshoot of the system, and overshoot is known as the percentage of MP. So what is the equation of the MP? So MP, that is equal to e raised to minus pi zeta upon under root of 1 minus zeta square into 100%. Now you know about the value of zeta. Zeta is equal to 0.8. So e raised to minus pi into 0.8 upon under root of 1 minus 0.8 square into 100%. So we can get MP, that is equal to 1.5% zeta. So using the second order standard equation and using the value of zeta and omega n, we can easily find the value of peak overshoot. Now the next example is a closed loop control system is represented by the differential following equation where E is the error signal and it is given as R minus C. What is R? R is known as the reference input and C is my output signal. Okay, and the equation is given d square C upon dt square, that is equal to 4 dc by dt is equal to 16E. Determine on-damped natural frequency, that is omega n, damping ratio, it is zeta, and percentage of maximum overshoot for the unit step input. So we can find out the value of omega n, zeta, and percentage of MP for the unit step input. So first of all, they will given the equation. Okay, and for that the error E is equal to the difference between input and output. So E is equal to R minus C. So we can put E is equal to R minus C in this equation. We can get d square C upon dt square plus 4 dc by dt, that is equal to 16 R minus C. Okay, now we have taken the Laplace transform of this equation. So the Laplace transform of the double derivation is s square. So we have to write here s square C into s plus 4. The Laplace transform of single derivation is s. So s into C of s, that is equal to 16. The Laplace transform of R is R of s and C is C of s. Now we can take C of s as a common. So we can get C of s, that is equal C of s in the bracket s square plus 4s plus 16, that is equal to 16rs. Okay, so the transfer function C of s upon R of s is equal to 16 upon s square plus 4s plus 16. This is my equation number 1. Now the standard equation is C of s upon R of s, that is equal to omega n square upon s square plus 2 zeta omega n s plus omega n square. So we have to compare this equation number 1 and 2 and find out the value of natural frequency and the damping ratio. So omega n square is equal to 16. So we can get natural frequency omega n, that is equal to 4 radian per second. Now for the zeta, we have to compare these two terms. 2 zeta omega ns, that is equal to 4s. S is cancelled out. So we can get zeta is equal to 4 upon 2 omega n. So zeta is equal to 4 upon 2 into 4 because omega n is equal to 4 radian per second. 4 is cancelled out and we can get zeta is equal to 0.5. Okay, and the third one is the percentage of MP, that is equal to e raised to minus 5 zeta upon under root of 1 minus zeta square into 100%. Put the value of zeta in this equation. So e raised to minus 5 into 0.5 upon under root of 1 minus 0.5 square into 100%. Find out the value of e raised to minus 5 into 0.5 upon under root of 1 minus 0.5 square. So that is equal to e raised to minus 1.57 upon 0.866 into 100%. So we can get e raised to minus 1.812 into 100% and the value of e raised to minus 1.812 into 100%, that is equal to 16.33. So we can get the value of maximum peak overshoot MP, that is equal to 16.33%. Clear? The next example is the overall transfer function of the control system is given by C of s upon R of s, that is equal to 1 upon s square plus s plus 1. We have to determine the value of natural frequency, damping ratio, rise time, peak time and percentage of maximum overshoot for the unit step input. So first of all, the equation is given C of S upon R of S, that is equal to 1 upon S square plus S plus 1. This is my equation number 1. Now we have compared this equation with the second order standard equation, that is equal to omega n square upon S square plus 2 zeta omega n S plus omega n square. We have to compare the equation number 1 and 2. We can get omega n square is equal to 1. So omega n is equal to 1 radian per second. Next we have to find out the value of damping ratio, that is zeta. So we have to compare the term 2 zeta omega n S, that is equal to S is cancelled out. So 2 zeta omega n is equal to 1. So we can get 2 zeta. Put omega n is equal to 1, that is equal to 1. We can get zeta is equal to 1 by 2 is equal to 0.5. Third, we have to determine the value of rise time. And the equation of the rise time is TR. That is equal to pi minus theta upon omega d. Okay, now you know about the equation of theta. So theta is equal to tan inverse under root of 1 minus zeta square upon zeta, and omega d is equal to omega n under root of 1 minus zeta square. So put this term in the above equation. So TR is equal to pi is equal to 3.14 minus tan inverse as it is under root of 1 minus 0.5 square upon 0.5. In the denominator we can get omega d, that is equal to omega n. So omega n is equal to 1 into under root of 1 minus 0.5 square. Okay, we have to calculate this value. So we can get 3.14 minus tan inverse 0.866 upon 0.5 divided by 0.866. Okay, now here the value of the tan inverse 0.866 upon 0.5, that is equal to 59.99 Celsius. Okay, degree. Now we can put this value in this above equation. We can get the rise time in the minus value. Now as you know, the time is not in the minus term. So we can compulsory convert this degree value into the radian. So 59.99 degree, that is equal to 1.047 radian. Now put this value to this above equation and find out the value of rise time. So TR is equal to 3.14 minus 1.047 divided by 0.866. So we can get TR is equal to 2.41 seconds. Okay, next we have to find out the value of peak time. And the equation of the peak time is pi upon omega d, and omega d is equal to omega n under root of 1 minus zeta square. So put the value of omega n and zeta in this equation. We can get 3.14 upon 1 into under root of 1 minus 0.5 square. Okay, so TP is equal to 3.625 seconds. And last one is we have to find the value of maximum peak overshoot, percentage of MP, that is equal to e raised to minus pi zeta upon under root of 1 minus zeta square into 100%. Put the value of zeta in this equation, so we can get e raised to minus 3.14 into 0.5 upon under root of 1 minus 0.5 square into 100%. So we can get e raised to minus 1.813 into 100%. So we can get MB, that is equal to 16.31%. Okay, so using the second order standard equation, we can find the value of natural frequency, damping ratio, peak overshoot, peak time, rise time, and the cycling time. Thank you everyone. If anyone have doubt regarding this topic, you have to contact me in my email ID.